Hello, everybody, and my name's Jeremiah_YT. Uh, as you guys probably noticed by now, this is going to be more of a small kind of introduction while kind of keeping it informationable. So, one, you probably already know, judging by the video, by the cat and stuff. I am super sorry. I am really sorry, chat or YouTube, but basically, one, this was really this was somewhat planned while being unplanned entirely. Sadly, this is something that is going to be changing my YouTube channel a lot more. Now, it's not due to the fact that there are several issues going on. This is more of me doing something brand new for the channel, and of course, giving a little bit more something to my Twitch channel and kind of giving it more content regarding it. Regarding my past affiliations with the projects, SLC, SCPF, Mr. Viper's SCPF, the drama, pretty much everything. To be fairly honest, I have left Roblox to directly, just basically go off Roblox. I've started up 2 community servers with my community, Gmod and SCP, or Gmod SCP Roleplay, and Unturn, which is basically directly tied to the SLC project. Both projects are doing very well. I wouldn't say they are total success, but they're doing well to be there. And since they're hosted on hardware that I don't have to make monthly payments for, I'm pretty much fine with that. The only monthly payment that I am currently making, which is the store for the Gmod server. Now, the reason why I left Roblox, yes, it was due to the drama. Yes, it was due to a lot of the attacks. Yes, it was due to a lot of things, including with the age verification. I do not support the age verification because it puts people in a lot more of a risky situation than what it was on Roblox. It's not something that I am entirely agreed upon, and additionally, most of my developers, they don't want to be in that position either. Additionally, Roblox as a corporation should not have people's IDs for a kids game. I will not disagree with the parents either. The parents have a right to basically restrict their kids from playing Roblox. Now, does that mean I support what parents are currently doing with the ID situation? No, not whatsoever. Parents should not be giving their kids access to age 21 plus. Nor is it safe for them to be on that age group because it puts them in closer proximity to adults. Now, this can be counter-argued with me with several reasons. One, I could get a complaint saying, well, oh, is this not great? Like, does that mean that they're not going to encounter pedophiles? Yes, they will encounter pedophiles. It's just depending on, if Roblox can do their job correctly. And this is an issue on Roblox's platform. There's a lot of pedophiles. And one of these issues is even Schlepp himself. I will not go on to do too details with Schlepp because I do understand where Schlepp is coming from, and I want to be neutral as much as possible without causing any drama. But my point stands is Schlepp actually made the drama more worse than it was. just by fighting Roblox. And directly, the community is mad about this update. And for someone that has been with Roblox's community, if you push Roblox to a limit, they will treat their community like shit. And they will snap on their community just to get them off their backs and go directly to the other person that wanted this to happen, or inclined to this to happen, which we're seeing from Schlepp's side. He is getting massive hate because Roblox wants people to go and attack him. They do not want it directly, but this is a common thing with people, is once something is taken away from them, they'll blame whoever goes against, Roblox, or they'll blame whoever goes against Schlepp. It's just who has the public perception. It's like basically going into a supermarket, telling them I have a receipt for a gaming PC, and in reality I don't have them. That's called phishing. But again, phishing is illegal. It's not illegal, but it is somewhat of a crime. It's basically fraud. But what I said as an example, I'm never going to do, nor will I ever do it, because, again, I could get in some serious trouble and go to jail, because that's stealing. That is technically not my property. I shouldn't even be doing that, and I will not recommend anybody doing that. But regarding on with the Schlepp drama and stuff, and the age verification, that was one of the reasons why I left Roblox. The second reason would be due to the fact that I have a lot of people that really do not like me, and a lot of people that are just constantly attacking me and just harassing me, and just anytime when I try to make a new account, they just find it, and it's just like I can't just get a break. So it's sadly to say that I left Roblox because I was getting harassed, and this leads into the pedophile claims and stuff. I've been called a pedophile since I was 14 years old. I'm now 25 years old. That is how long I've had this claim on me, and surprisingly, some of the allegations that were recent, someone hacked into my Discord account, and I couldn't say particularly at that time because my current employer, if you want to know something personally about me, I work both in private and public sectors as an IT freelancer. So that means I work in both public and private. So if I work in the private sector, I have a lot more rules that I have to follow and a lot more information and stuff. So when this allegation happened, I was asleep, and when the allegations hit my employer's desk, which it actually did pretty quickly because, one, I was working with the government, so I couldn't physically say anything without getting the FBI breathing down my neck. Now, regarding the RCR and GSA document that they basically published, I have contacted RCR, or Roblox Criminal Records. I did tell them, I did send them all the information regarding the FBI stuff. They basically said I was lying and refusing and blah blah blah, and all that good stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I give up. I don't have to defend myself for a group that just does not really realize they've been played. GSA and their sister party, or non-existent, or co-party, or whatever you want to call them, they are a cyber criminal group. They actually have done some horrendous stuff, including doxing me and attacking me. And this is why I say the Genre Security Accord, or GSA, and non-existent, or NX work together a lot more, because they are. They basically do not give a shit. They will attack anybody and gain information regarding, even if it's falsified or not even true. And the images that they have came from my hacked account that I trusted. And by the way, this wouldn't it would classify as a hacked account, but in reality, I gave one of my HRs access to my Discord account. So at that time, I was not aware that they did that, and I forgot to reset the password when they were kicked out of my SCPF, and you know, they got removed, and they got butthurt pretty much because they got caught breaking the rules, and I kind of had to, you know, punish them for that. And to be fairly honest, I shouldn't have done what I did with giving him access, and that's a mistake on my end. I gave him too much trust. Well, no more. That won't happen anymore. So that's the entire issue with that, and to be fairly honest, this is kind of just going a new way. I've actually stopped playing on Roblox altogether. There's a few games that I do keep in touch with, but they're mostly just playing with friends and stuff like that. I don't really keep my account as much as I want to, or not even active as much. If Roblox does change and if Discord and Roblox actually team up with moderation wise and actually ban GSA and RCR and NX and all these groups and keep them banned, or IP ban their leaders, or do whatever they need to, then maybe I would come back. I really don't know. And with the age verification, it would need to be removed, because I do not disagree with a lot of people. With the age verification, it does provide a lot of risk to not only to kids and their victims, it also provides a cyber risk. Basically, if someone were to go into that, into their third party and gain access, we've already witnessed that on Discord, where our payments and IDs and credit cards were stolen. And yes, this is actually real. Discord lied about it, and to be fairly honest, I'm waiting until that lawsuit happens so I can basically get my paycheck, because my credit card was recently used and Discord basically had my shit leaked, including my email. And going through those data brokers, and I found my email leaked through 300 data brokers, because data brokers will buy anything off of these people. So it makes it more of a risk for not only the parents, but for the kids as well, because one, they're putting their ID on a platform that they trust and, you know, think that they're going to basically secure them, but in reality, it doesn't work like that. One phishing attack, one attack can take down a lot of people. And it's not something that, you know, is something that I would treat really wisely. But as for someone that, you know, works in cybersecurity, or doesn't work directly in cybersecurity, but does some cybersecurity tasks and some cybersecurity learning and stuff, I would say that does provide an proactive threat analysis. And to be fairly honest, the parents need to be aware of this as well. And a lot of parents do not realize these threats can actually happen at any time, any day. And it could be just, Roblox could have just said, oh, well, our third party shit got leaked and blah, 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 we're working with them. But in reality, the third party is not giving them that information. They could, all you could say is your government ID is leaked. Your birthday, that is given a lot of information to the hacker to basically request a clone of your social security card, request a clone of your phone number, request a lot of information about you, and you would have identity theft 300%. your information would be out there, and there's nothing you can do, and you have to rely on the government to kind of go through the process and, secure you. And that's the issue. When someone uses your identity, you are pretty much screwed. They can take out credit loans, they can take out anything on your name. That is how bad this issue is. And to be fairly honest, government's trying to get this approved as well for, ID verifications on adult websites. I do get where they're coming from, but not everybody has this information. Who would want to trust a website with that information? No one. Even for the cybersecurity community, not anyone wants to trust that information. YouTube shouldn't even have this YouTube should have this information to a degree, because if you're a YouTube partner, if you're a YouTube partner or affiliate like Twitch, then yeah, they have the right to that information because they're sending you money. They need to do that for tax records and stuff. That is a different story. But for Roblox, a gaming platform designed mainly for children, is a different story. So it's like, it's a hard story, but in reality, it is something that I just wanted to get off my chest and kind of, get that information out there and stuff like that. And but regarding one of these statements that I'm gonna get, I know for a fact I'm gonna get this statement, so I might as well get this out of the way. A lot of people will ask me, well, why were you not able to, there was no law stating that you could not basically give that information out. Well, sadly, there was two things that I couldn't give out. One, what I was working on was government secured servers. So that means any of my accounts get hacked, the whole server goes into lockdown. That means all credentials are resetted and everything else. That means the FBI will automatically go into triage mode. That means I have to sign an NDA with the FBI and the company itself. This company specifically has a certain protocol involved that, and by the way, I cannot disclose this company at all. So this is why I'm referring it to as a company. Because if I give out the name, I could get in some serious trouble and probably lose my license to work in the private sector. That is a very possibility for that. So to give that information out, no, I couldn't give that information out because I signed an NDA with the FBI. As much as I wanted to, I physically couldn't without the FBI's approval and the company's approval as well. So, with that current security heap, I could have lost my license as well. But I was fortunate enough to not lose my license because that was the first ever incident where my account got hacked. And I was very cooperative. If I didn't cooperate with me, I could have lost everything, including a huge paycheck. Basically, in the private sector, you get paid a lot more than the public sector because the private sector, you're working close with government ties. For example, you could be working with Lockheed Martin, Boeing, or the United States Air Force, the Marine Corps, or, police departments, FBI, any kind of thing with the government. And these are only temp contracts, by the way. These are not like, permanent contracts. I've been offered permanent contracts before, or permanent employment by these companies with good pay, but the requirements for me to maintain are just outweigh the amount of funding, the amount of money that I would get. Because one, that means I have to go to school constantly. Two, I have to make sure my security clearance is up to date, which is another $300 to $200. And the company ain't gonna pay for, a private company ain't gonna pay for like that unless you are really, really talented, even though I've been offered a couple of times to have it paid. If I get fired from that job, then it's a lot more risk working with private companies, like government companies, because if you piss off one person in the government that is really powerful, let's say for example Donald Trump Jr. Let's say for example I pissed him off. There is no guarantee that I'd keep my job within the private sector. There is no guarantee that I'll be employed by anybody in the United States. I would have to move an entire country. There is a lot more risk involved because there are more factors when you're working with the government. Because if you fuck up once, that is your career over. It's ended. You're effectively a black mark on that factor. And that is what is a black mark? And a lot of people are going to probably ask me this. A black mark means you have been marked by the government as untrustworthy, untrustable. And that is my term of a black mark. A lot of people will basically say differently. They'll use different analogy and stuff like that, but I use a black mark because a black mark means you are technically untrustworthy. But pretty much that is the whole reason why I couldn't address the allegations against me. And to be fairly honest, if RCR does watch this video, if they don't take down the document that is falsified and faked, and to be fairly honest, I didn't like the appeals where I had a GSA member literally come into the ticket and literally say, oh, you're fake, blah, 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 he's fake, this is fake, blah, 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 that, and RCR believed it. That's when I was like, you know what, there's no privacy between RCR and me. So what's the point? What's the point of, having this appeal if there's no direct privacy between the appealee and the person that you're trying to, actively target? GSA targeted me for a reason. They did not like how I ran my SCPF. They never did. The only reason they didn't like me was because I would put up with their BS and be that person that stopped them from doing some stupid shit. And now that they don't have anybody, they have attacked other SCPFs because of associated with me. And sadly, when I left the SCPF genre, that's what happened. I've had a lot of people contact me asking me, can you please just come back? Can you please deal with this? Can you please do this and that and that? And it's like, I left Roblox. I left the SCPF genre for a reason. I didn't want to put up with this anymore. It's not good for my health. Even though a lot of big SCPFs were begging me to come back, it just showed me that I was there to be the target, the sponge. They didn't really care about me. They never really cared about my feelings or my, the hardships that I struggled with, so I left. When I started SLC, I started with the friends and we had a vision. We still have that vision to this day, just not on Roblox anymore. We're working on Unturned for SLC's project, which will be moved to a different channel, of course. Jeremiah1_YT will, of course, remain the same, but just with different videos. There'll be a mix of content. And, pretty much a lot of the content will mostly, if it's related to Minecraft or Roblox or just anything in general without the VTuber model, of course it will not be here. It will not be on Jeremiah_YT. It will be on the Vixen channel, which is another discussion that I will actually tell you. So I've started my own VTuber. Currently I'm in the rigging process. I had to delay it again, sadly. The rigger is trying to get the thing. She's trying to get it to work. It is taking a little bit of time than what I would like. I had to delay my streams 2 times now. I'm hoping this is not going to be the 3rd time that I had to delay it. Hopefully. But, pretty much, I am going to be using a VTuber. And I'm going to be doing VTubing, Twitch live, and stuff like that. Playing video games, streaming, making some money on it, and stuff. But yeah. I most likely won't be posting as much on YouTube. More than on Twitch. And this is judged on the fact that YouTube is somewhat stingy with some of my content. Due to the fact that my main channel is mixed content, so there are some times where I get good content, there's sometimes where I get no views, there are some times that I get views by a month. Let's say, for example, I get like one of these videos up. So let's say, for example, no, I did not want that playing. So let's say, for example, I'm going to try to pull this up so I can see it. So let's say, for example, our MTF New 7 song got basically 123 views. Basically, that got 27.3, Jesus fucking Christ. 123 views. Let's just say that, for example, because I couldn't even speak right now. And then, for example, the Dark RP, SCP Dark RPG mod server got 78 views for the trailer. And, pretty much, most of my views are mostly just mixed views. Now I'm gonna probably have to censor some of that, because one video I did not want to share, so I'm gonna have to probably cut that part out pretty much. But pretty much I will not be publishing as much on here anymore. Most of the videos that have started drama, like GSA, NX, some other SCPF that I will say have clearly stolen Pathos assets, but they refuse to acknowledge that and weaponized a creator against me, which, to be fairly honest, I do not care. This creator can say whatever the fuck he wants to say. I do not care. As again, I will be moving channels, more of the case, over to Twitch, because I really do not care. And if he targets me there, well, he's going to get probably banned off of my chat. But, pretty much, I've just moved on. And, it's in a situation where I really, really just am tired of the drama. I'm tired of everything. And I just want to be left alone. In most cases, I've asked that, is that so hard to be left alone? After all, I am no longer making videos on people and just, you know, I do make videos private, but those videos are private. They're not going to be public. I make videos to kind of vent my frustration and irritation against people. And to be fairly honest, they're only meant to be horrendous. Like, GSA's attack recently. I made a video. It's literally it's one of the videos you probably saw when I put over the other channel, or the channel analytics. It was the GSA video, which was basically, making the most edgelord threat I've ever seen. And that video was basically regarding GSA because they were being edgelords. What they were saying to me was just fucking edgy as all fuck, and just something that, like, oh, we've already infiltrated your IA, and I'm like, okay, if you infiltrated my IA, then what is the Discord invite? Make an invite right now, please tell me, make an invite. So it is like, like, you infiltrated a Discord that is not meant for Roblox, but for Garry's Mod. And our IA is literally a mechanic for spying on Chaos Insurgency and other GUIs that also have that same mechanic to spy on the SCP Foundation. So it is literally a Gmod mechanic, which even showcases that they only have Disguise Kit. They have a Disguise Kit that can literally have them disguise as a spy. Basically similar to TF2 as a spy. So it is like, you're being edgy for no apparent reason because I left Roblox. And he's like, oh, well, you haven't left Roblox to find the BS and bull. And I'm like, dude, I left Roblox for a reason. I left it to be left alone. And you come here joining SLC thinking that you didn't trigger any alerts just by joining. Just by joining solely the Discord with an edgelord profile picture. Like, come on. You think that I was not going to notice that, and then you're like, oh well, then friend me on my main account, blah blah blah, and this and that and that. I'm like, bro, I do not give a shit. Not including the factor is that they literally targeted my allies for pettiness. They targeted my allies out of pettiness. Just because because of the false allegations and stuff, which is fucking hilarious. These allegations are just, dude, they're old. They're so old. And then when everybody finally realizes that I couldn't speak about it, which a lot of people are going to realize that I really couldn't speak about it because I explained the whole situation. It wasn't something that I couldn't legally speak about. Like, once you sign an NDA to the FBI, you physically can't speak anything about the investigation at all. Nothing at all. Most of my videos, I actually had to basically not go in depth too much, but just kind of like mention some aspects, but not go too much in depth. Because if I physically did, I would have been obstructing the investigation. And additionally, most of my videos had to go through both the company and the FBI to verify that I said anything private or confidential. Which made the situation 10 times worse because that means I would have to go in constant communication with the company and the FBI agent that was assigned to my case. So even though there was from their point of view, there was nothing that I could say or was preventing me, there was. I just physically couldn't say what was preventing me because, again, obstruction of justice, and that is a felony. Now, moving on to GSA and RCR. I will be issuing a cease and desist against both of them. If they do not respect that cease and desist, then I will be getting a lawyer, and most likely I will be requesting the lawyer basically open a court case against them. Now, you're probably wondering why. You're probably wondering what's going on. Well, the issue is with that document, I already have a feeling when I get famous on a VTuber and stuff like that document's going to be brought up. So, I'm already planning ahead. That document will go down. I will have the Cork County sign a thing to Google, get the document taken down. Then I will have a court document stating to RCR and GSA that they are no longer allowed to operate. And additionally, there will be charges because I will be probably because the issue is with me, I am technically under the ADA, which is I get disability. So, meaning, if you cyberbully me or sending people threatening me and attacking me and causing, harm, because they have. That document has sent people to attack me and shit. And I have videos to prove it that I've been attacked over these documents and stuff, and I'm getting fed up. So, yes, this is me getting a lawyer. Getting that lawyer to kind of be, either go pro bono, or go somewhere where I can actually afford it, and basically have the lawyer take a portion of legal fees if I win, because basically I'm kind of getting sick and tired of this, and it's getting to the point where I really need something to end. To be fairly honest, this BS with all this crap, it's been going on since I was 14 years old. And since I'm 25 now, it doesn't make it fair. Because minds can be corrupted, and RCR and GSA are using that power to basically make it very clear that they do not give a shit from law enforcement. And I love how one of RCR's name, which is Roblox Criminal Records, that is illegal. You cannot have criminal records in your name. And you posting documents about criminal actions and records, and I'm not defending anybody. I'm not defending anybody in that records, but posting their records for everybody else to see is against the law. And it also basically the DA won't file. When that document was posted on RCR, that was after GSA basically, that was after GSA got informed, because I can't disclose how my company found out, but basically GSA posted it first, and when GSA posted it, I believe that's how I believe how my company found out was either from law enforcement or from someone calling my company and telling them that. So it was either one of those two, or it could be law enforcement. I don't know. They don't tell me, so I can't really say anything. So in that factor, as much as I want to basically leave it be and leave that document up, I am most likely going to have to get a lawyer, and I'm most likely going to have to get that document taken down. And in that case, that document will be taken down. If anybody has any questions, you can ask one of my friends, which was there, or was with me, or wasn't with me at the time, but was in a VC with me when I was asleep. they can vouch that I was asleep when this shit happened. I wasn't awake. So, I will, if you have any questions or want that vouch, I will literally have my friend vouch for me. If that comes down to that, and mind you, just to know, I'm not real life friends with them. I only know them through over Discord, so they can't really say that they were with me there during the time, but they were on the call with me in Discord with several other people listening to me sleep, because at that time I was very exhausted and I knocked out in a VC without even noticing. And you're maybe wondering, how did the hacker log in while they were previously logged in? So, they were able to log into my account over a web browser, not through the actual app. But in the end, hopefully this kind of explains the situation, kind of understands why most of the content are going to get deleted. Yes, sadly, most of the content is going to get deleted. Most of everything's going to get deleted. The channel might get deleted. I don't know about that. I'm still deciding if I want to delete the channel entirely. Now you're probably wondering, why would I delete the channel? Well, there are some reasons why. And let me just be brief. Most of my videos, a lot of people will find them or re-upload them or do anything with them, and nothing on the internet is completely deleted. So for me to basically request YouTube to delete all my data, that includes my channel, my data on the channel, including all the video data and stuff like that, that means I would have to fully delete my my channel. And with that being said, it's not something that I want to do entirely, but it's getting to the point where, one, I shouldn't be really doing some stuff. I shouldn't be doing this when I'm an IT freelancer, and I shouldn't be doing this when I'm doing cybersecurity either, because that just puts more risk factors involved. Once a person finds out where I work, yeah, it can end badly for me. But I just want to say thank you all for, all of the support. It's been a wonderful journey. It's been a wonderful 2025 journey, and early 2026 journey. I will be definitely keeping you guys updated if I plan on deleting the channel. If I don't, you will still see content and stuff like that. Also, I will be leaving a link to the Twitch and the new YouTube channel. If you guys want to check out the debut, I will leave a link when it's fully scheduled and stuff. Well, when I get done with this video, I will leave a link for you guys to check out it. This debut will be basically here for everybody. I will be chatting with you guys and, seeing how you guys like the VTuber. I think you guys will actually be enjoyable, and I think you guys will love it. Technically, I think everybody will love it, and I think it will match directly with my vibe of my channel. But from now on, no more Roblox drama, no more outside drama, no more any of that. We are officially done. 2026, new year, new day. Thank you guys for all the support. I could not been so much happier. I could not be here without you guys. Thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys for everything. My channel would have not been here if you guys have been here. For those people that still want to see SCP related stuff, I will most likely make an SCP related channel. who knows? I might actually I might have my VTuber thing be a researcher. Who knows? There will be a lot of upcoming videos and stuff that I want to do. I will be planning on getting a new PC. My PC currently, it's getting old. My PC is currently running very old specs and very old stuff, so I can't play like the latest AAA games. But I will be doing a mix of content from PlayStation 5 and, you know, some good stuff. I might have an Elgato. I might get an Elgato so I can stream on my desk, but who knows? I don't know yet. When I do something like that, I really don't know. Who knows? But in the end, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of explainer. This video has been going on for 45 minutes, and well, 46 minutes now. But I appreciate you guys for tuning into this video. It's been a very lovely video for you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.